my ability to like connect people. I'm a natural connector. So
Yeah.
I have a lot of people in my life in different circles I connect and bring together. I love connecting people. That's one of my superpowers for sure. Speaking is a superpower. Communication is a pretty much superpower for me as well.
Welcome to Real Estate Success Partner. We're your hosts, Devin Dubuc,
David Nguyen.
and we're here to talk about how to have great success in every market. Guys and gals, we've got a really special guest here today. Perhaps you've heard of Tony Robbins and his impeccable motivation. Tony has sent out Scott Goss, and Scott is a powerful motivator, and he's got an amazing message today. So Scott, we're super excited to have you here, brother.
Awesome.
Yeah, say
Thanks,
hi.
Devin.
Say
Hey,
hi.
everybody. Hello out there in digital world. So yeah, excited to be here.
Excited to have you here. So Scott, you're local here in Dallas-Fort Worth?
No, I'm actually traveling here. We're getting ready for a big Tony event, so we're traveling on the road, but I live actually in Tampa, Florida.
That's awesome. And let's give a quick plug to the event to get things started. What do you guys got going on here in Dallas?
Sure, absolutely. So we do, I work with Mr. Tony Robbins, been around Tony for about 13 years, and I'm one of the peak performance strategists or speakers. What we do, we have a very unique position. So there's actually 4 of us. We go out and we speak in front of groups and we get people motivated, give massive value, and we get people prepped and ready to go for Tony's signature event, Unleash the Power Within in Dallas.
I love it. And I got to tell you, I am super pumped today because Scott just spoke to my team and we've got several people signed up for the event as well. Can't wait for this to happen. But Scott, brother, you're a powerful motivator too.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%. So you woke up one day and you said, I'm an amazing person. I'm ready to present to the world.
Exactly, doesn't everybody? No, I mean, that's a great thing about speaking and influence. Most of the best people out there, they're usually being able to share their message based on their struggles, right?
That's right. 100%. 100%.
So I was like most people, had a tough childhood and struggled in many ways, and was in the military for many years. I got out of the military and I went into the real estate investment arena, and I just was doing horrible. And then got my first exposure to Tony Robbins and took a chance on myself and went to Tony's event. And for me personally, it was one of the greatest decisions of my lifetime so far, and it changed everything in my life.
Changed everything.
Yeah.
Changed everything.
Yeah.
And you've got a great message. I know there was something specific you wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
What's that message?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're in the most uncertain time of life, most uncertain time of the world. People out there are struggling. Mental health all-time high, depression all-time high, divorce is raising every single day. People are trying to figure out what to do.
They're looking for answers.
They're confused. I mean, we came off COVID.
Yeah.
And now we're in a recession.
We are.
And people are not prepared, not prepped, and not trained, essentially.
That's right.
Here in our country to be able to deal with turbulent times. So unfortunately, there's many ways to hide this year. So many people hide through Netflix, Instagram, alcohol, food, whatever it may be, their distractions to be able to kind of make it through the day. So really, what we want to talk about is how to create certainty in uncertain times.
Yeah, that's right. People need to be well led, right? And if you guys have been following me, you hear me talking about this all the time. We need great motivators, right? We need people that are going to help people stand up and find a solution to their struggles, right?
Yeah.
And the solutions are out there. And it's not in the bottom of a bottle. It's not at the end of a massive dessert, right? Giant meal.
For 1 minute, maybe, but that's it. For 1 minute.
Enjoy your life, right?
Yeah,
but at
course.
the end of the day, we can find that through great motivation. And that's by following people that are doing amazing things in the industry, brother. And that's you.
Yeah.
And that's Tony. And let's hear more about it, man.
Yeah, sure. Tony has a really famous quote where it's kind of been floating around now, where he says, like, easy times out there. We had some easy times in the United States of America. Easy times, create soft people. Soft people, which is a lot of our world today, create hard times. So we're in hard times because we're just not conditioned or trained to really be able to be, powerful.
Yeah.
And the way to look at it, the economy today, if you look at it, look at COVID. COVID was, for many people out there, horrible time of life. But I'll ask you guys, what do you think? Was it the COVID virus was worse for most people, or maybe the fear of COVID? The virus affected more people, or maybe the fear affected more people?
I think the fear.
It was
Definitely
fear. No question about it.
No doubt about it.
It's fear.
And we're in the same time right now.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, if you're in, real estate or mortgage like we are here in the room, I mean, definitely the market has changed. The market definitely we have to adjust to the market.
Yeah.
But for most people out there today, we're having the same experience as COVID. It's not the recession. is to fear recession.
It's the mindset.
And with the fear, people are shrinking, trying to figure out what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I'm not empowered. So what they do, they kind of default to whatever is easy.
That's it. That's it. They need a plan.
Yeah.
They need a plan. They need to know that there's a better way, right? And we talk about it all the time. It's a mindset, right? It's a mindset, and your mind is a powerful place, but it can be powerful in more than one way, right? It can be powerful, and it's going to lead you to places of amazing success, right? Or it could be powerful in a way that it leads you to depression and struggle, right?
100%.
And it's about what you're doing and how you're consuming the media and those things around you. That's going to dictate the results, right? And I think that's what you guys are all about at the Tony Robbins camp is let's train people how to use their mind for empowerment to help themselves go from one level to the next level, but not stopping there to the next level, and the next level, and the next level, right? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we got to do something difficult. I'm into like war history, so I was watching. I haven't seen it in years. It's called Band of Brothers. So it's the war about
great
World War II in Germany, right?
Great series.
And these guys are sleeping in foxholes, not eating anything for days.
20 degrees.
And look at us now in our world. We can
20 below weather.
Uber Eats. Everything, right? Yeah. So, I mean, Tony has a great training. Tony can definitely help you change. But if we're not going to Tony Robbins, the question would be for most people, what are we doing difficult to get uncomfortable?
That's right.
I mean, how are we making our life difficult? Last year, I wanted to challenge myself. I did the 75 hard program. 1% of people finish that. 1% of people. 75 hard is where you work out twice a day, and you got to do 2 exercises. You got to be able to have a clean diet, no alcohol, got to read 10 pages of a book, and take a photo every day. So I have these disciplines for 75 days. 75 hard. Very, I mean, and I'll tell you, I do ice baths, you know, to get uncomfortable. I step up, always try to be able to put myself in uncomfortable situations to become uncomfortable.
Get uncomfortable to become comfortable.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a story. So I was, last time I felt like I was a little stuck in my life, it was back in 2018. So 2018, I'm traveling around the country with Tony Robbins speaking, which many people would say pretty dream job. Get to work for Tony, influence back lives,
travel the world,
get paid really well, all kind of great stuff. So I'm making great money, everything is fantastic. But then I felt like inside of me, I was just like, wasn't inspired. I felt like, I feel like.
How is that? How are you working with Tony?
I know, right?
You're not uninspired.
And I was like, well, I was aware enough to know, and I was aware enough to be able to make a change. So I was like, this is not fair for me. It's not fair for Tony. It's not fair for my clients. It's not fair to the company. It's not fair to anything. So I said, you know what? I got to make a change. I had one buddy of mine I've known for many years. He lives in Singapore. He was in the cryptocurrency space. It's 2017, 2018, different time. And he's like, come to Singapore. Reinvent yourself.
Yeah, I love that.
So I told Tony, I said, you know what? 3 months from now, I'm going to Singapore. I'm leaving.
Oh, wow.
Set the date.
Yep. Yeah. So I said, I went to Singapore. I had one person I knew. Zero opportunities. I had an opportunity to do some crypto training, but then they shut down the cryptocurrency advertisement on Facebook. So all the opportunities went away. So I said, I'm going anyways. And my psychology was, if I go for 3 months in Singapore to Asia, most people's not going to know I'm going anyways. I could always come back, right?
That's right.
So I went to Asia, I went to Singapore, and I just went to work. And my idea for me, I wanted to test myself on how I can be able to create certainty.
That's right.
With uncertain times.
Self-love.
So to give somebody some value today, 100% to be able to become stronger, we got to do something different. Something scares us. But the power, one of my superpowers, which most people should have today, is the power of a habit or routine. So when I went to Asia, I went to Singapore, and I knew nobody, no opportunity, but I did have my morning routine. So every single day, no matter where I was in the world, I would get up, work out, move the body, have some sort of meditation or prayer practice, and I was do some self-education. So I went out there. I had no opportunity. I got, my mentor back in the day said you can get your way by getting in the way. So just getting out there and doing it, right? Not sitting on the sidelines. So I got out there, started networking, picked up a speaking opportunity, got an MC job, got a keynote, got to speak with Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, got to speak in front of 5,000 people.
The legends,
And then got on a company where they took me to 20 countries around the world, Asia and Europe.
That's awesome.
Paid vacation, speaking, amazing money, and just by getting in the way. So I created an amazing opportunity. COVID brought me back, of course. But it was about getting uncomfortable and finding that routine to give you certainty, because the world's not giving us certainty. We got to create certainty inside of us.
Getting out of the comfort zone to get into the zone. right? And we talk about that all the time. Sometimes you got to push yourself outside of what you believe to be your comfort zone
Yep.
to find what your zone really is.
Right.
And that's exactly what you did. You said, "Hey, look, I'm not only gonna stop doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna go to another part of the world and I'm reinventing myself."
Yeah.
And I love that, man.
Yeah.
Because that's something that a lot of people can't do because it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary to go that far, right?
Yeah.
And you said, "Look, I'm gonna take the tiger by the tail and I'm gonna go find myself because you know what? I don't get paid to be good. I get paid to be great."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's it. And now you're back
Yeah.
and you're doing amazing things. Right.
Yeah.
And, you just sat here and you led my team, to another level. Right. We talk about an unshakable mindset. Wow. Right. How many people, David, you were there, right? How'd you walk out of that? Were you well led?
Oh, I was definitely well led. I think, one of the things I took out of it is you challenged us. When's the last time you did something actually really scary? I think that's the first time anybody in my lifetime's ever asked me that. And it's
a powerful question.
It's a very powerful question.
I don't ask everybody that. I'm gonna start asking that more.
So with that being said, it's crazy. The basis of an ice bath. To me, that's not scary, but to do it is scary as heck. Or just take
sucks.
I've done a couple of cold showers and I stopped because it sucks. It's this we say it all the time in our organization. Things suck or the hard, pick your hard. That's
Choose your
what we
hard.
say all the time.
Choose your
You know
hard.
what? Pick whatever you're doing. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But pick your heart. We could be digging ditches in 150-degree weather, or we could be doing some really hard stuff out there.
Yeah.
Like you said, you use Band of Brothers. They're fighting a war sitting in a foxhole.
Yeah. That's tough.
Last time I checked,
Unbelievable.
bullets wasn't going across my head, and I wasn't worried about my life.
Right.
So I love when's the last time you did something scary? And I'm going through my mind right now going, I want to challenge myself in this weekend to do something scary because I believe in action.
All right. You want to do an ice bath? Give me a call. I'll join you.
It's so scary. But if you're ever taking just a cold shower, it's amazing how
It's invigorating.
it's. You know what? This is a funny story. The very first time I did it, I'm screaming in my shower.
Oh yeah.
And anybody that doesn't has never taken a really cold shower.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. You are sitting there screaming at the top of your voice, going, "I can do this! I got this! One more minute!"
100%. Well, now they know if you do 11 minutes of cold therapy a week, it can actually be able to prevent mental illness. So.
Yeah, it's like
changed my life,
inflammation,
brother.
all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Inflammation.
I'm starting cold showers tomorrow.
Yeah. 100%.
I'll do
Crazy.
it. I'm in. That's
Crazy.
I'm going to start that, and I got to get back to exercising. You motivated me to do that. At the end of the day, I know what I need to do to get to the next level for me.
Yeah.
And part of that is exercise. I remember, I just not that long ago, I was exercising every single day. I felt so much better mentally, and I always feel like I'm in a great place, right? But you can always get better.
Yeah,
you can always do
100%.
better. So I'm somebody that's out there struggling right now, right? I'm in a tough place in my life, whether it's real estate or mortgage or whether it's just life in general, and I don't know where to start, right? What's a great starting point?
Good question. So talking about ice baths and exercise. So people out, there are people listening to your podcast for sure that are down. So
No question.
we know they've proven, I said this today, 75% of mental health is movement and exercise.
That's right.
So moving the body. So
Yeah.
the first thing is, get out there and take a walk.
Get up.
Get out, take a walk, right? And the second thing when we talk about sound is listen to music to feel good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
If you don't understand, music is designed to feel good. For
correct.
example, we're in the mortgage and real estate business. You got to listen. You're a realtor. You're going out to a listing presentation. You have 5 minutes on the GPS before you go to your client's
That's
home.
right.
Put on your favorite song.
I love that.
Rocky.
Getting this.
Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Eminem. One Last Shot, right? AC/DC. Thunderstruck. Go for it, right? Get fired up, right? So what happens, music, and everybody out there probably listening would agree, if you have your favorite songs, it makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
So, music, movement can make you feel good for sure.
100%.
The power we spoke about today, the power of your environment. Get out with people that are doing great things.
That's right.
You don't have the belief in yourself. You got to be able to adopt somebody else's belief.
That's
Be
right.
around people that are doing it. See them kicking butt, taking names. If they're doing it, you can do it, right? And have that routine, the routine for success. Get uncertainty, get fired up. We're in Dallas now, Dallas Cowboys, Sunday. Like them or hate them, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. 5-10 minutes before kickoff, are these professional athletes, are they sitting on their Netflix and their Instagram reels before kickoff? No. They have their game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have they're
getting ready
they're getting the zone.
mentally.
They're listening to music, right? They're doing visualization. They're high-fiving each other, right? In mortgage and real estate today, we got to do the same thing. You got to kind of prepare like an athlete. You can't just like show up. I did a sales group here in Dallas yesterday, and I'm like, "Are you guys okay?" This is 9 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys okay? I'm like, you guys are in sales? Where's the
Wake up.
fire? Where's the energy? I mean, they're like rolled out of bed and trying to sell something, right? So,
Agreed.
to get back to who you are, don't be afraid to get excited. Don't be afraid to be a little silly.
That's right.
I tell you guys, I am 100% on the silly, stupid, outrageous, do something different camp. Most people participate in the do the same thing, broke camp. I'm in the outrageous, do something different camp to get a different result.
You're having fun.
Movement, sound, exercise, routine.
That's right.
And be able to get clear on what you want. Most people, as we know, are not clear.
Yeah.
Because of a recession.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
I got to tell you, I wake up every single day and I get my kids ready. I get them up for school. I get in the car and I listen to a group of successful loan originators across the United States, and we motivate each other first thing in the morning.
That's awesome.
Before I get to the office. The moment I get to the office, I jump on with my team.
Yep.
And I motivate those guys and gals.
Yep.
And we do a Zoom call where we actually all join together for 2 hours and we make phone calls together as a group, right? So we fire each other up. We're high-fiving each other virtually on the back end with the sales chat, right? Hey, I got another lead. Hey, I just got an appointment with a top-tier agent. Hey, I got a contract that came in, right?
Wow.
And we do this for 2 hours. And then we mute the phones the phones at the end, and we go back to Zoom and we talk about our successes and we celebrate. And you're right, it's creating that opportunity. You know what? We didn't do this before. We started this in November of last year. And what kind of results did we see in our business?
Massive. Our business.
Massive.
When you say Tony Robbins does literally 100% more production.
Wow, that's awesome.
In a 2-hour period.
Accountability.
Accountability.
It's
It was a
accountability.
team environment.
We're
Yep.
accountability partners, Scott.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
And we're linking arms.
Yep.
Because guess what, guys and gals? We're better together, right? And we're a product of the 5 people we spend the most time with, right? That's why I want to rub elbows with guys like you, Scott, right? Because you're out there, you're a powerful motivator. You're working for one of the most powerful motivators in the world today, right? In the world today, right? You're the kind of person I need to be spending time with, right?
Yep.
Not the guy at the bar that's smoking a cigarette and took off 2 hours early because he needed to get to the bottle, right?
Yep,
That's not where I want to be.
100%.
I want to be next to the guy that's out there doing amazing things, big things, because that's going to make me better in my business, and that's going to make you better in whatever it is that you want to do, right?
100%.
I love it.
You're a great leader.
Yeah.
And you said one of the most powerful motivators today.
Yeah.
He was probably the most powerful motivator 10 years ago.
Yeah.
15 years ago.
That's right.
20 years ago.
Maybe ever.
Tony's awesome. Tony
Maybe
says
ever.
this. People say, I love this. This is pretty cool. Tony says, people ask him all the time, will there ever be anybody at your level?
Yeah.
Here's what Tony says. You're going to love this.
Oh.
He says, when they're at my level, I'll be at the next level.
There we go.
The number one guy, he's always reading books, going to seminars, going to coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
never
yeah.
stopped.
Well,
Yeah.
so it's same with you, right? You know, we just talked earlier out here in the green room, and you've got another coaching program that you're starting next week, right?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, successful people, we get paid to be great, not good. We're always looking for that next level because at the end of the day, we want to have the most fulfilling life, right? And success isn't always money. We talk about the money aspect. It's having a beautiful life.
Yeah.
We're here for such a short period of time. We need to be doing the right activities to enjoy that ride while we're here, right? Yeah. So I'm out there and I want to meet with Scott. I want to meet with Tony, and I want to hear about what's going to happen when I register for one of these events. Well, how does that go?
Well, the great thing is wherever you are in the world, we do it live in Dallas, and then also we actually have been 95% virtual since COVID. So COVID kind of sped up the process of Tony not doing live events.
Yeah, no, makes sense.
We do virtual events. So we actually have the event in November, which is going to be live. But if you're not here in Dallas, you can also do it virtually as well.
Let's plug a date on that real quick.
Yeah.
November
9th through the 12th.
9th through the 12th. November.
Mark
Mark your calendars. Yeah.
Called Unleash the Power Within.
Okay.
So we call it in our world heart surgery.
Yeah.
So for a lot of the event is getting back to who you are.
That's right.
Getting clear on what you want.
Yeah.
Understand your beliefs. Getting deeper on who you are. Understand yourself at a higher level, right?
Yes.
You cannot change if you don't know yourself, right?
Yes.
You can't be yourself unless you know yourself.
Yes.
Myself personally, I used to be the guy who was very, very stuck on everything, right? Yeah. I used to not dance. I'm a dancer now.
I love it.
My girlfriend would say I'm not a good dancer, but I'm a dancer. She makes fun of my dance moves all the time. But however, I'm just comfortable with myself with enough.
Yeah.
And I do these presentations all the time. I do it in front of, I did it in front of about 15 people today, and some people, 100 people, 150 more people. And I am 100% clear.
Yeah.
Everybody in the room is not going to like me, right? And you're a speaker too, you know that, right?
100%,
But you got to be confident in who you are. And,
That's it.
I keep my mission and my message first. So every time I try to do is try to be, my mission is to inspire people and
Yes.
help them take a new action to get closer with what they want. So that's kind of my mind that keeps me going when
Yeah.
I do maybe get a little uncertain or a little bit nervous
Sure.
or, a little bit,
That little guy on the shoulder.
Yeah.
You got to flick them off from
Yep.
time
And it
to
happens
time.
for everybody.
It does.
Everybody, yep.
It does.
Yep.
Well, you had to reinvent yourself, like you said.
Yeah.
I was at that point. I'm with one of the most powerful motivator of our times, right? And I'm out there touring with him, and I said, man, I'm just not where I need to be personally.
Yeah.
And you had to flick little guy off your shoulder
100%.
and go find yourself.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, guys and gals, it's all about doing something different, right? When you realize that there's something happening in your life that's not getting you the results that you want, change something. Change something. And you be saying, but I can't change. Yes, you can. Right?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of time.
That's it.
Consistency. Superpower today. Focus.
That's it.
Superpower today. Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Superpower.
Yep.
What's your superpower, brother? I want to hear it.
I got a lot. For
there's
many
gotta be a
years,
cave
for
factor
many
somewhere,
years,
man.
for many years, I used to say my ability to connect people. I'm a natural connector, so
Yeah.
I have a lot of people in my life in different circles I connect and bring together. I love connecting people. That's one of my superpowers for sure. Speaking is a superpower. Communication is a pretty much superpower for me as well. Influence is a superpower. Be a listen.
Yeah.
Pretty good listener.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I'm a pretty amazing boyfriend. Pretty amazing. I'm pretty.
Scott, let's ask her. You can't define that. She defines if you're an amazing
She
boyfriend.
tells me I am. I don't know. Yeah. And then, I shared earlier, I have a baby on the way, so I plan on being an
awesome, man.
amazing
That's awesome.
father.
Congratulations,
so that would be
dude.
amazing. And,
Boy or girl? Do we know yet?
we're
ready
gonna
for the
find
reveal?
out next
Not ready for
week,
the reveal?
but we're
Okay.
leaning all toward the boy.
Going for
the
boy.
whole family's
Boy
on team
camp,
boy,
boy
but it
camp. Let's
doesn't matter.
go.
It doesn't matter. It's
No,
all
you're
good,
going to love them either way.
Yeah.
I'm a father of 6.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am.
Wow.
I am. And
So
I've got a 2-year-old at home, right?
Wow.
I've got them out of the
Great man.
house and in the house,
That's
right?
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I see somebody out here in our audience. She is an amazing mother, an amazing family person as well. They've got 6.
Wow.
Janae, good to see you out here today. We've got a live audience today, guys.
Yeah.
We've got a live audience. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations. That's going to be amazing
you.
for you. It really is,
Thank
man.
you.
So, David, brother, you've got a great question you like to ask our guests, and I'd like for you to let's fire that off for Scott, man.
Man, I always make this is kind of deep.
Yeah.
It is deep.
Of your speaking arrangements or whatever thing, what's the one moment that you're most proud of? And
Out of everything you've done, the moment when you said, "Man, this is why I do what I do.
proud of.
This is why I do what I do."
Well, I mean, it's funny. It's funny, when we all, when you have a lot of success, sometimes you kind of take it for granted a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess the last time I really celebrated was 2019. I was in Singapore, and I was speaking on stage in front of close to 5,000 people.
That's awesome.
At National Achievers Congress.
Amazing.
So Gary Vaynerchuk was there.
Okay.
Grant Cardone was there.
Wow.
It's a heck of a
My one little claim to fame, I outsold Grant from stage. So that was a pretty amazing experience, being in front of so many people and
That's
being on
awesome,
such a
man.
big stage for me. But
You're a giver.
yeah,
That's
I mean,
pretty
but I really
That's your superpower,
yeah,
by the way.
But I really get excited. I tell you what I love what I do, and we're so close to this event in November. I really get excited, genuinely excited, right now, for all the people that are going to this event.
Yeah,
Because I
it's gonna be
know
awesome.
as we get closer, I get more excited because I know for a fact that when they go, they're going to walk out of there, their life is going to be better.
They're going to change their life.
Yeah, so I get
Forever.
really excited for that weekend
Forever.
when people go, and I love it. I'm not going to be at the one in November, but usually when I go, I see my clients running around, and they come up to me on day 3 and they give me a hug and say, "Thank you so much.
You've changed
for pushing me or inspiring me to go." So that's a pretty amazing moment too.
Yeah, that really is an awesome thing to be able to get. That's why I said you're a giver.
Yeah,
you're a giver because you don't take the success of money. That's great.
Yeah,
it's really the people that you're impacting that I think makes the biggest impact in your life. Right,
Yeah.
what you're really proud of, and you should be, man, because you're helping people not just here in the United States, all over the world.
Yeah,
all over the world.
Yeah,
that's great stuff. So I'm wanting to get registered for this event. And I need to find how to get to that. How does that happen? How do I get registered for this event?
So my email would be probably too long to give I'll give it here real quick. It's Scott, SCOTT, period, Goss, GASS, at TonyRobbins.com. Or my personal cell, you can shoot me a text, The number is 858-761-5538.
And let's talk about that real quick. Why do I want to go to this event? What's going to
Why
happen?
not? I mean, the thing, I don't know. I mean,
I couldn't agree
I
with
mean, are
you more,
I
right?
mean, if you're,
But let's
if you're,
sort of
unless
get the
you're,
argument.
unless you're sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're sitting on the sidelines of life and just gave up,
Yeah.
why would you not want to go?
Yeah.
People go, and there will be people at this event that are running around for sure with $100 million businesses that are
Yeah.
crushing life.
That's right.
Just ready for the next level.
Yeah.
There'll be people at this event that are getting in by selling their furniture.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's different level of performance, of course. Some people go because they want more. Some people go because they're sick and tired of not being able to get what they want, or sick and tired of having some things in their life they don't want.
That's right.
But at the end of the day, it breaks my heart, because what happens is most of these meetings I do, top performers, I'm in.
Yeah.
Give me more. People that have the ups and downs,
Yeah.
that have the struggles, they can't make a decision.
Yeah. Let's talk about that real quick too, because you, at one point in your life,
Yeah.
were an attendee.
Yeah.
And you had a struggle to choose.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this in your presentation. I love that you're open with this. There was a point in your life where you weren't where you are today, and you were struggling, and you were trying to find yourself, right? What gave you the empowerment to say, I'm gonna make this happen?
So when I first got introduced to the event 17 years ago, I was in an event like today where I was actually in the audience. Speaker came out one Friday afternoon, and he came in 45 minutes late. Thought I was late 10 minutes. He was there 45 minutes late, right? Tampa, Florida. This is 17 years ago, 18 years ago. Everybody's in their 20s, ready to go out and party on Friday night.
Absolutely.
And I was as impressed by the speaker too, because the speaker was dressed nice, spoke well, presented himself well. So I kind of wanted to be able to upload my peer group. So I wanted to actually be next to him. And then kind of signing up for Tony was also one of the byproducts of being connected with that guy too.
Yeah.
So me personally, I was in major pain.
Yeah.
So I was in major pain. I was just sick and tired of my weight. I was sick and tired of my finances.
Yeah.
And I knew it needed to change.
Yep.
I didn't know half of what I know now about personal growth, right? Or even a tenth of it.
Right.
But I just knew it needed to change. It's more for me, it was like an inner calling.
Yeah.
It was just something magical. And I remember like maybe a year or two before that, I was struggling. I was fresh out of the military. I was struggling to right out of the military. And I went to the library because I wanted to educate myself. And I bought a book from Tony Robbins, Unlimited Power. And I remember flipping through the book, and in the book, there was actually a business card of an employee of Tony Robbins. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
So maybe looking back, it was like signs or clues, you know, like the book and the card
universe
inside.
was calling.
And then when I heard the message, for me, it was just like something inside. It was like, I gotta do this.
I gotta have a
It's like an
change.
inner calling. Yeah, it was an inner calling and change.
Yeah.
And then for me, looking back, it was literally the best decision in my life so far.
Yeah.
Because it really impacted so many different areas.
Well, let's talk about that, guys, because it doesn't matter where you're at in your life and where you're trying to go. At the end of the day, you could be a $100 million year earner, right? You could be doing amazing things, but if you go to an event like this, it's going to help you level up even further, right?
100%.
But you could also be somebody who's struggling with something really, really hard, right? Maybe you don't have the money to even come to the event. You got to borrow it to get there. Borrow it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I say that not because I want to put you in debt, because I know that if you come to an event like this and you hear the message that's going to be presented, it's going to empower you with the tools and skills that you need to change your life forever. To change your life forever, right?
100%.
Because you've got to change your mindset. If you're not having great success and luck in your life, 90% of the time,
Or if you're not happy.
yeah, we're
People
not
are just
happy. It's because of what's happening up
Yeah.
here.
Or
between the
excited for
ears.
life. People aren't
Yeah.
excited for people are just
That's
like
it.
trying to make it through the day.
And I know some of you may go, what's 4 or 5 days going to do for me?
It's the signs is there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
right?
science is there.
There's a reason why people keep going back in.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people are signing up for this thing. And there's a reason why people are making millions.
Yeah.
And it's because they're impacted by what Tony and his team are doing. And you're going to want to make sure that you get out there, right? You're going to want to. So we're going to make sure we put links below, right, in our YouTube and on our socials, so that if you guys want to come and meet Scott and meet, well, you won't be at this one,
No.
but they can still meet you ahead of time, but be there and see what Tony and his team are doing, right? We want to guide you guys there, right? David and I, we're very much about motivation and helping people find the most successful
Dave will
version of
be there.
themselves. Dave will be there. Dave, you're going to go, right?
I tell people all the time, I can't afford not to go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Walking on fire first day.
Yeah. Let's do it right now.
Yeah. we're action people.
That's something scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're action people. That's just what we do. We want to take action. We want to lead with passion. And we know, right? And Jimmy Johnson said this, and I love this. And I said it earlier. We don't get paid to be good. We get paid to be great. We have to look for ways to improve upon what we're doing and the people that we serve every single day, because that is what creates amazing things, right? Amazing experiences, and gives you more fulfillment in life and takes you to that next level. So, Scott, any closing words before we wrap this one up today?
Get angry, get upset, get uncomfortable. I mean, life is short.
That's right.
It's really what you make of it. It's
Yeah.
all your psychology, all your belief, all your peer group. Just get upset, get angry, get out there and get moving. If you're depressed, the first thing you do, and you said this, I'll say it again, get moving. Just get out there, take a walk.
Yeah.
Go to the gym.
Yeah.
And it didn't have to be like an hour at the gym lifting weights, an hour and a half. Go
That's
for
right.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Move the body.
Start
Doing
take action.
start doing something. And exercise is the quickest way to change your life is through health.
That's right.
Get out there and move the body, because what happens when you start moving, you're going to start being able to feel better.
Yeah.
When you feel better, you're going to be able to start to think better. When you think better, you're going to be able to take better actions to get better results.
I love it, man.
So you got to be able to start feeling better for sure.
That's amazing. And let's get one more thing. There's something you do, and I do it too. It's an anchor. Talk about that real quick, and we'll leave them with that thought. Right?
Oh,
let's give a little gift, right? Something.
Well, yeah, I can give. So we just see you guys out there. There's a gift that Tony teaches. There's a technology called the Triad. TRIAD. You can probably go to YouTube and get a pretty good sense of it, but it's a 3-step process where to completely change your emotional state and change the way you feel.
Yes.
And the 3 components are, number 1 is your physiology.
Right.
Number 2 is going to be your language. What are you saying to yourself?
Yeah.
And the third one is very important as well as physiology, is your focus.
Okay.
So we talk about physiology real quick. Physiology is going to be how are you standing, right? So we know for sure, our body, when we're up and shoulders back, chest out, we're going to be in more powerful state versus shoulders down, right? So you talk about emotional anchor. So an anchor for me is going to be a power move. So the way to change your emotions, the way you feel, you're moving back.
I'm stepping out.
Back, is to have like a drastic change in your physiology, right? Yeah. So for example, my coach coaches me. She says, go down the street, run down the street, sprint down the street in the middle of the day, and sprint back just to get energy, right? Yeah. Sprinting. But what we do, we have this power move where I've been doing it for about 70 times a day for 17 years on how to really change the way you feel. It's an anchor of energy in your body. Yeah. So even like push-ups, jumping jacks. Yeah. Something of a little bit of intensity in the body to be able to get your heart moving a little bit and breathing can help you feel better. So talking about the triad real quick, one more thing of major value is we got focus, physiology, and language. Focus is a big one because most people in the world today are stuck in that negative loop. Right. Woe's me. Yeah. Things are bad. Everything's bad. All I think about is bad stuff all day. The best way to change your focus and change the way you feel is have a power question. So we teach that at Tony Robbins too. I think everybody's very important question out there, because the number one question I get is, how do I stop the pattern of negative thinking?
Thank you.
Here's how you do it. Number 1, get in a powerful emotional state. Stand up, do jumping jacks, do some running, get powerful. This is power. This is I'll do tomorrow. Get in a powerful state, and then ask yourself a power question. Power question could be, what is great about this experience? Yeah. What can I learn from this experience? Yeah. How can this be able to help me in my life? Tony has a great global belief. Global belief is this: what if life is happening for you, not to you? Yeah. What if everything is a gift? Everything is going to shape you. Everything's going to make you better, right? So a power question is something you should use probably many times a day. And what it does helps you reframe, rethink, change your perspective. Like Mr. Nguyen said back in the day, when you change the way you look at things, the way you look at things change, right? Right. So just 2 quick things, I guess, 2 quick tools, have a great physiology. Everything's physiology. And then number 2, if you can bring a more powerful question to kind of reframe, rethink. However, all this stuff out here is great to be able to think about, great in theory, but it's not going to work until you
take action.
Do it.
Take action.
And it's not one time. It has to be
every day.
Repatterning, retraining, because we're all conditioned creatures of behavior.
Yep. 100%. Consistency. Hold yourself accountable and stay consistent, and big things will happen.
100%.
Big things will happen for you. Well, brother, I love it, man. That's amazing stuff. Thank you so much for these powerful messages. Thanks for talking to our audience. There may have been somebody out there, or many people out there, that you impacted today just from what you've said. But if you want even more impactful, make sure that you look below in the comments and get yourself signed up for this Tony Robbins event. It's going to be life-changing. We promise you that. We promise you that.
Awesome.
So, Dave, anything anything else you'd like to say before we let Scott get back out there
No.
motivating the world?
Today's been a great experience. Thank you, Scott.
Appreciate it. You guys rock. You guys are amazing.
My man.
appreciate it.
Scott, anything else you'd like to say? I think we said it all.
That's it. Just live a beautiful life. Just go get it. Be outrageous. Be courageous. Be fearless. And heck, it's one time around.
Let's
This is it.
go.
Oh, one more real quick thing. According to modern science, Mr. Gary Vaynerchuk said this. He said, your chance of being born is 1 in 2 billion.
Oh, wow.
You have a better chance of winning the lottery 10 times than being born. So what that means, my friends, we're lucky to be here.
Yeah.
Now, are we on this planet to be able to hang out and take up space, or probably do something great? Probably do something great.
Let's go.
Our man Les Brown said this. Congratulations, you're the first sperm to the finish line. You won the race already.
I love it.
So maybe even have that perspective. You're here for a reason. We're lucky to be alive. And for the United States of America, you're lucky to be in the United States of America too.
Scott
So-
Goss, ladies
Awesome.
and gentlemen, Scott Goss.
Thank
so much
you, guys.
for coming, brother.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much. All right, guys. Well, we're your real estate success partners. I'm Devin Dubuc.
I'm David Nguyen.
And if you want to check us out, you can find us at realestatesuccesspartner.com. Again, that's realestatesuccesspartner.com. You can also always find us on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook under the Dubuc team. We're going to be there under the Dubuc team. And if you're listening to us and you want to find us on the podcast network, again, it's Real Estate Success Partner. I know I said a lot there, but we're on all your major platforms. You can find us pretty much anywhere. And if you're listening to us already, you've probably already found us. So, but I'll tell you what, we'd love your comments. We'd love your comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show, comment below. We may just bring you on, okay? Also, we love those 5-star reviews. So review away, ladies and gentlemen, review away. Until the next time, we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.